Victoria Hayes had always been the quiet one. In high school, she walked the halls invisible, carrying books close to her chest, speaking only when called upon. To most, she was the perfect target, shy, awkward, and defenseless. And no one enjoyed tormenting her more than Melissa Cain, the queen bee of Crestwood High. Melissa had it all: beauty, wealth, and an army of followers who laughed at her cruel jokes and carried out her petty schemes. Victoria became her favorite game. Notes stuffed in her locker, whispers of ridicule during class, soda, accidentally, spilled on her clothes. Melissa made sure Victoria's school years were pure misery. But the worst came on prom night. Victoria had finally built the courage to attend, wearing a pale blue dress her mother had worked overtime to buy. For once, she felt almost normal, even hopeful. That night, Melissa had convinced a boy Victoria liked to ask her to dance. Excitement filled Victoria's chest, until the bucket of red paint came crashing down from above, drenching her as the entire hall erupted in laughter. The humiliation broke her. Victoria left Crestwood that night, vowing never to return. 10 years later, the small town buzzed with excitement. Crestwood High's alumni reunion. Melissa Cain, now a glamorous social media influencer, had taken charge of the event. She was determined to flaunt her success, parading her designer clothes and flawless smile for everyone to admire. What Melissa didn't know was that Victoria was coming too. Victoria had changed. Gone was the timid, fragile girl. Years of hardship had carved her into someone unrecognizable, confident, poised, and dangerous in her silence. She had built a career in psychology, specializing in manipulation and behavioral control. She understood people now. She knew their fears, their weaknesses, and exactly how to make them unravel. When she entered the grand ballroom, whispers followed. "Is that Victoria Hayes?" Even Melissa's perfectly painted lips parted in disbelief. Victoria looked radiant, commanding the room with nothing more than her presence. "Victoria," Melissa greeted, masking her unease with a forced smile. "Wow, look at you. Who would have thought?" Victoria tilted her head slightly, smiling with a calmness that sent chills through Melissa. Life has a way of changing people. The night unfolded with laughter, music, and endless drinks. Melissa basked in attention, but her eyes kept darting to Victoria, unsettled by how effortlessly she drew admiration. Old classmates who once mocked her now surrounded her, eager to catch up. Melissa felt her control slipping. And then the games began. One by one, Melissa's closest friends started confronting her. First, an old fling accused her loudly of lying to him back in school. Then a former friend revealed humiliating secrets Melissa thought were buried. Embarrassing photos from her teenage years mysteriously appeared on the projector screen during dinner. Each strike chipped away at her perfect image. Melissa knew who was behind it: Victoria. But she had no proof. Cornering her near the balcony, Melissa hissed, "I know what you're doing. Don't think I'll let you get away with this." Victoria only sipped her wine, her eyes steady and cold. "Funny, Melissa. That's exactly what I told myself 10 years ago. And yet, you did get away with it. Until now." Melissa's heart pounded. For the first time, she saw not the weak girl she had humiliated, but a woman holding all the power. The final blow came at midnight. As the reunion reached its peak, the lights dimmed, and a video began playing on the massive screen. It wasn't part of the program, at least not Melissa's program. The footage showed Melissa laughing, mocking, and tormenting Victoria in high school. Clips from prom night, with Melissa holding the bucket of red paint, sealed her guilt. Gasps filled the room. Whispers turned to disgust. The queen bee's empire collapsed in an instant. Melissa tried to speak, but her voice was drowned in the crowd's murmurs. "Cruel, heartless, I can't believe we followed her." Her once loyal followers now looked at her with contempt. Victoria watched silently, satisfaction glimmering in her eyes. She hadn't raised her voice, hadn't laid a finger on Melissa, yet she had dismantled her piece by piece, just as Melissa had once done to her. Humiliated, exposed, and abandoned, Melissa fled the ballroom in tears. On her way out, Victoria caught her reflection in a tall mirror. For a moment, she saw the girl in the blue dress, drenched in paint, broken and humiliated. But this time, the girl was smiling back at her. Victoria walked away, heels clicking against the marble floor, her vengeance complete.